ಕಾಲ್ಗಳ ಧ್ವನಿಯ ತೋರುತ್ತ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ನಿಂಕುತ ಸಜ್ಜನ ಸಾಧು ಪೂಜೆಯ ವೇಳೆಗೆ ಮಜ್ಜಿಗೆಯೊಳಗಿನ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆಯಂತೆ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ನೀ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ. ವೃಷ್ಟಿಯ ಕರೆಯುತ್ತ ಬಾರೆ ಮನಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾನವ ಸಿದ್ಧಿಯ ತೋರೆ ದಿನಕರ ಕೋಟಿ ತೇಜದಿ ಹೊಳೆಯುವ ಜನಕರಾಯನ ಕುಮಾರಿ ಬೇಗ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ನೀ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ. ತಗಲದೆ ಭಕ್ತರ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿತ್ಯ ಮಹೋತ್ಸವ ನಿತ್ಯ ಸುಮಂಗಳ ಸತ್ಯವ ತೋರುವ ಸಾಧು ಸಜ್ಜನರ ಚಿತ್ತದಿ ಹೊಳೆಯುವ ಪುತ್ಥಳಿ ಬೊಂಬೆ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ನೀ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ. ಭಾಗ್ಯವ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕಂಕಣ ಕೈಯ ತಿರುವುತ ಬಾರೆ ಕುಂಕುಮಾಂಕಿತ ಪಂಕಜ ಲೋಚನೆ ವೆಂಕಟರಮಣನ.
Namaste one and all. Namaste. 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 So I call him Chachu, okay, so I can't call him sir, and so I met Chachu in 2010 on March 23rd in my engineering college. So the way I met him is like it was by accident. So he was invited as a chief guest to one of our Computer Science Society inauguration function, and that is when we had his seminar. So by looking at the poster, you can see him, right, with the white beard and white hair and all that. So he was almost similar even during those days. So by looking at his poster, I saw him and it was written that he is a retired scientist from Space Department. So I thought, like, you know, a retired scientist from a space department, and that too such an old man, what will he teach young kids like us? So that was the first impression I got. And anyway, I was from computer science, so you know the crazy computer science kids, right? So we are the masters of technology. So that's the feeling which I had first, and I thought, like, you know, I should actually bunk his class and run away. So I not only thought it to myself, but I also motivated other students, and I said, you know, come on, this is not a session for us, so let's bunk it. And I think I have motivated more than a dozen of students to bunk his session. And those days, like, we were not supposed to go out of the campus. There was security right at the main entrance, and everything was closed actually. But luckily, none of the engineering colleges in India are completely constructed, right? You might know all that. So even our college was not constructed completely, so there was work going on. So what I have found was, from the first floor, you can actually, you know, jump out. There was sand, so you can jump onto the sand, run away, and you can, you know, bunk, and obviously what you will do, watch a movie, go to a theater. So that's what we planned. So those days, I don't remember which movie it was. I think Bommarillu or something. So I said, come on, let's watch Bommarillu for 10th time. Already 9 times it was done. So let's watch it for the 10th time, and we will just escape this session. So even my friends were very much motivated. I said, I'll jump first, then you can follow. So we went to the first floor, we jumped onto the sand, and we were really happy. But then right before there, the security was standing there, and they caught us and they brought us back. They complained to our HOD and even our professors. So what they did was they have put us in the seminar hall, and they have closed both the entrances, and at each of, there were 2 doors actually. At each of the door there was one professor standing guarding us. So they didn't leave us to go. After that, what I did was I luckily carried saridons. So you know what we use saridons for, right? Headache. So I thought anyway this session is for sure going to give me a headache. So I said, see, I have so many saridons. I distributed a saridon to all of my friends. I said, we'll have this saridon and sit. Anyway, it's gonna give a headache. So post that, the lecture started with our principal, the same old boring speech. And you know, like at least engineering college principals, they don't know how to speak. So it was like already the headache effect started. Post that, it was a HOD speech that was more boring, the most boring lecture I could say. And I was unable to bear it completely. And literally I was like, after that I have to hear him for another 1 or 2 hours. That was what was giving me a tension. So post that, his session started. So even his session did not start like the way it started here, right? So he started scolding us first. He's like, this is the worst college I have seen. These are the worst students I have seen. Like you are sitting in a disciplined way, and we were not sitting like that because our chairs was not arranged perfectly. So he said, oh, is this the way you sit in a classroom? Is this the way you attend a guest lecture? Is this the discipline which you have learned in your college? Is this what your professors teach you? So all that he said, I was like, what the hell is this man? He's coming to our college and then he's like, scolding us. Come on. That time itself I wanted to go. But then when I looked at my professor, he was straight looking at me. And I'm like, okay, come on. I have to sit. I have to bear all this torture for sure. So first that he made us arrange our chairs and then sit in a disciplined fashion. So after that he started with the same sloka which he said, right? Knowledge is the most important thing one should have. So that's how it started. After that it was like complete meditation. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. But I only knew one thing, that my college ends at 3:15, but that day it was 4:30. Nobody checked our watches, nothing. After that there were whistles. 4:30 is our last bus. So last bus was leaving. So that's when the watchman came and gave the whistles. That's what I know. Everything. It was complete mesmerization. It was like, I mean, so that was the changing point in my life. Till then I was like I have a papa who is much more crazier than me. So it's like whenever you don't want to go to school or college, what you say? When you say I don't want to go to the college, your parents will say, no, beta, you should go. That's what generally parents say, right? Yeah. So my papa is not like that. When I say, Papa, I'm not feeling like going today, he says, no, don't tell mama. Let's bunk. I'll also bunk my office. You bunk your college. You both will watch a movie. That's how he is. So that's how I was brought up. So for me, like, more time I might have spent in the malls rather than in classrooms or even at home. So that's how I was. But then after meeting him, all that changed. Then I thought, like, yes, I should do something. So till then even I never ever thought what I will do after BTech. Really, to be frank, I don't know whether I'll be going to take a job or I'll continue my education or what next. I don't know what next after BTech. But then after meeting him, I was like, yes, I have to do something with my life. Look at that person. He has done MS, LLB, MSc, MPhil, PhD, everything. You name it, he had done it. He has around, I told, right, we are the computer science students and we are the giving all the exams. Like you might know CAT. CAT is entrance exam for MBA. So that's one of the toughest exam in India. Like if you would have elder sisters or brothers writing CAT, they might told you already. CAT is the toughest exam. So I wrote to him, I want to appear for CAT, and I used to be in contact with him through mails and SMS. Though there was no WhatsApp, so I used to send him an email on Gmail, and he used to respond for each and every email. So I used to ask him timetable. I used to ask him about different questions in different subjects. Like I used to ask him maths, I used to ask him physics. I even remember one day I watched a movie, Sharpit. So I don't know if you people know. So there I watch horror movies a lot. So there I was like thinking about afterlife and all that. I don't know whether I should ask him or not such a question. But then I thought he only said anything, any question you have, you have my email ID, you have my telephone number. So I have both of them. So I used to ask him any stupid question. I used to ask him directly. I never thought whether this question is stupid, relevant or irrelevant. Nothing came in my mind, and I just whichever question I had, I used to ask him. But for sure, I used to get a reply back from him. And believe me, on 23rd March, when I met him, I heard it. I did not meet him physically. I did not go and introduce myself because I was very shy. I was frightened. I thought person in such stature where he was, he worked with Prime Minister Manmohan Singh as a deputy director in his cabinet secretariat. So I was like a person of such stature. How could he meet me, normal student from normal engineering college in Hyderabad? So that was the feeling I had, and that too I was planning to run away, right? So my professors and HOD were right beside him, so I couldn't meet him. But then I was like, okay, fine. I used to be in contact on mails. After that, I think I met him in the month of July when he again came back to Hyderabad. So that's when he generally sends a common message saying, I am in Hyderabad. So I received that message and I contacted him, and again I went. Post that I arranged a session in my college again in August. So that's where again I got a chance to learn from him more. Since then I was in constant contact. I think almost every day from that day, March 23rd, 2010 till today, every day I was in contact with him. There was not even a single day when I was not in contact with him. So even now, like all my MIT question papers, actually I send it to him and I ask his feedback, and even all the subjects, whatever I am learning there. So I seek his help. So his guidance is much more to me more than even my professors' guidance. So even in MIT, all my professors know him. So that's how it is. Whatever questions you have, I can't actually speak formally. So whatever questions you have, I'll answer. So let us make it an interactive session and start with question answers. What do you say?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Yeah, before that, I would like you to speak about your achievements and medals. Because I could not remember the list, though I have it in my phone, so
Even I don't remember.
yeah, read out. Even I was about to do that, then again.
George Washington,
Okay, so
Abraham Lincoln, Muhammad,
Muhammad
Yunus,
Yunus,
and then the overall excellence. I knew before you know, right?
I still can't figure out. I can figure out everything and anything, but still I'm unable to figure out one mystery which had happened. That is, he knows, I think, more than a month before me that I'm going to get all these awards. Actually, I was planning to fly here on 27th or 28th along with my papa to Hyderabad from US. He did not let me travel. He was forcing me to stay in US. So this function happened on 8th of December. So he says anything after 8th December. And I'm like, what is the reason? And I had a normal presentation on 8th of December. So I thought, just for one presentation he's stopping me. I can actually give a Skype presentation. So I didn't understand even till now. Could you tell me, how do you know that?
Suspense.
and then Abraham Lincoln Award for Excellence in Management, and Muhammad Yunus Award for Excellence in Finance, and Outstanding Student Award. So these, last three were medals, and awards are Outstanding Student, and then one more award is in Academic Excellence.
First of all, good evening, Didi, and good morning, Didi.
Not even.
I was asking you, in the start of the lecture, beginning of the lecture, sir mentioned about Cinepolis. What is it?
Cinepolis. So cine stands for cinema. Polis means city in Greek language. So in Greece they call their city as polis. So Cinepolis means city of cinema. So Cinepolis is a chain of Mexican theaters. So that's the meaning.
That is also new for us. I get to know.
Till yesterday even it was new for me.
Yeah, Didi, so what is a Bitcoin? Like we are so similar. Today we are watching it in
She knows
newspaper.
Bitcoin more than anybody else.
Yeah.
No, let it be understood. What she-
Our Monali teacher has bitcoins.
No, he'll get started. Where is Bitcoin?
Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, so it's a virtual currency wherein, like in most of the Western world, people started using bitcoins as the currency. So it's like a share market wherein even the price of bitcoins against dollar keeps changing. So it started with Indian 16 rupees and it has increased to 1600 currently.
Advantage is that it's a hidden money.
Yeah, it's a hidden money. So whenever, say you are like the hackers, you might have known the recent incident, right? Some particular hacker had hacked most of the country's computers, right? So in order to give back the control to the authorities, they have actually asked them to transfer money in bitcoins, because this money which is being transferred in bitcoins, it cannot be tracked.
It's
So
like
that
a
is-
black money which is running in
it's like a
business.
black money, and actually you have something called dark web. So you might have never seen dark web. So there is something called dark web. So all the transactions happen in dark web. So the dark web is not what you normally use. So you have to enter into it with a different browser. It's called Onion browser. So you have to enter into dark web and do all this.
You cannot browse through Chrome or
No, you can't do that.
Firefox. These are. Acha.
Good morning. What kind of books do you read, like magazines to improve your general knowledge in the present world?
Comics.
To be frank, I actually get a lot of knowledge from cartoons. Serious, yeah, I watch cartoons, I read comics, everything. But then I read many books.
See, you can share also. Die-hard fan of Harry Potter. Your specs.
But you also read serious.
Yes, I read serious
Life
books.
sketch, biography, watch.
I watch all the biopics. I watch all the true stories on television or even on internet. And I don't miss even a single movie generally. I watch all the movies because he taught me that watching movies is not important. You should learn movies. So that's what I do. So whenever I watch movie, I write a review and push it in our group. And I learn from the movie. So there's a lot of information that you get from a movie. So all this is like he says that general knowledge is everywhere. It's like you have to capture it. So that's what I do. And my most favorite books are like his books, Life Made Simple. So that actually tells you how to lead a simple life. So that's one of my favorite. And currently there's a book called Rhythm of Life, which is being published. So it is 100 poems. So the one speciality of him is like you give whatever topic, he immediately makes a poem and give it to you. That too, it's really beautiful poem. So even there was a poem written by him about Abdul Kalam when he died. So all such poems. So even so all those things, like spending every minute with him is attaining general knowledge for me. So more than books, I follow him. The walking encyclopedia.
Good morning. What is the best thing you have ever learned?
Never stop learning. That's what he always teaches. He says whatever, even you see his age, still even now he reads, he learns, he never stops learning.
What do you mean?
Okay, guess his age, come on. People already know. So never stop learning is what I have learned from him, and that is what I implement in my life.
Could you please tell about Bermuda Triangle?
I think he is the best person to explain that.
Sink and source. Gravity, sink and source, forgetfulness of earth.
Yeah, it happens because of the forgetfulness of Earth, wherein due to the gravity, the ships disappear there. So there are a lot of YouTube videos which are actually available. So
Hello? I just wanted to ask you that sir told that nobody can motivate you, nobody can make you good. He told that just we need a role model. So who was your role model?
my role model was, is and will be him. See, he has achieved a lot, and he had learnt a lot. Like you might have seen his degrees and all that. So he is a learned person. And then see, if he would have continued in the government of India, he would have been somewhere else. But then he took a voluntary retirement. He was actually waiting to get that voluntary retirement term in order to immediately put down his papers and start teaching. So he has so many feathers to his hat, and still he's so humble, and with kids he's like a kid. So he's my role model always.
I mean, there are so many famous personalities like APJ Abdul Kalam, so many persons. Why did you choose only that sir?
I don't know any of those people personally, and role model is someone whom you can interact on a day-to-day basis, and from whom you can actually practically learn. And from him I learn every day, every single minute I learn actually. Even from US actually I attend all his camps. So in the camp where Manali teacher is there, so even that camp I attended virtually from US during Indian time. So during US time I do my office work, I attend my college and do everything, and during Indian time I attend his classes.
What will you suggest youngsters to whom role model? And say like youngsters, young people. So what will you tell them that who their role model should be?
Whoever inspires.
Tamil actor, Rajinikanth.
He said it should be Rajinikanth. For me, he is the Rajinikanth, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Good morning, ma'am. You just said now that you see movies and you write reviews. Can you please say the review of any one movie?
Pink ball. Pink.
Say something different actually. Right.
Say, how do you write pink, that movie? It's a mix of red and white.
I didn't write the picture.
See, I remember watching the movie Pink, Amitabh Bachchan's movie, right? So, first question, why is it named Pink? Ask yourself. Pink is the color of girls. So, next question question, why girls like pink? Why pink represents girls? Then you have to go to RGB, red, blue, green. How pink is made? Pink is made with red mixed with white. So what the red represents? Danger. All girls are dangerous. What is white represent? What is white represent? Peace. So you give white to them, peace to them, they will be the most beautiful. So the three girls were in danger. Three girls were in danger, and in which Amitabh Bachchan's peacefulness added, supporting the girls as an advocate who will argue for them. Now you watch the movie, you can write an entirely different review, which nobody else will write. That's what I did. That's why I became an internationally movie reviewer. I'm into movies. That's where I met Amitabh Bachchan, or we traveled together. We were invited for the same international film conference, the first ever film conference in Oman. The Oman itself started movie because I started movie there. And then we were invited. One was Amitabh Bachchan, Sanjay Dutt, Rasul Pokuti, Major Ravi, DrTPS. So that's how we look at movies and entirely different stuff. Right? You must have watched the movie called the famous where Rasul Pokuti got the award for mixing song.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah. Which is that?
Slumdog Millionaire.
But when you watch that movie, you must also see that now Indian people should never make such movies, degrading India. Right? We should not give an award to them and then we should slap them. I also told this man, don't work with such movies. But then what you should think is, how do we make a movie, assume we wanted to counter that. Correct? So I tried making a movie story, tried making somebody going and meeting people who are rich who will fund the project, cast and work with some people to write stories on that. All that is done. Maybe someday we will make when we will become really rich. So why do you want money? To make such movies we need money, right? Or we must know somebody who will take us to such people, where somebody will become really. Or you can make such movies like Bahubali, which are just fun, no message, and waste money, you know. The whole world looks at movies saying that they make such stupid movies. You understood what I'm saying? That same money can be used for making a counter movie which will upgrade India's status to the whole world. Tell some stories, no? So we need somewhere some trigger will come saying that this is how we should make. So when you write review, don't write the matter of facts. Right? When you write, don't write matter of facts. What is the outcome? What gone inside that? Why is it called like this? That is what is called a review. Review is my idea, my reflections on what happens in the movie, and a message to somebody else to think entirely different. Yeah. Review in a different panorama, not look at the same style. Just now she was taking the picture of the head girl who was talking. So there was a picture displayed here in which she was appearing. So I told her, move the camera and then hold it. You understood? So you view. For now, time being, her picture is enough. But if her picture comes in the back, what is to be done? That also should be seen along with her. So the camera has to be shifted, right? So you are reviewing it. What are you doing? When you display it, both should come. Not that you are seeing. So you should see through camera how others are going to see that tomorrow. That's what you should do. So when you write review, review it. That's what is called review. And criticize it. Criticize is nirupanam. What is nirupanam? Nirupanam is, rupam means shape. Nirupanam means giving shape. So I am going to give shape to that movie in my view. That's what is to be done. A book review is that. A movie review is that. Any program review is also like that. Whom do I allow? Any one of you who writes today's program review. That's what you have to do. When I attend somebody's program, I remember one Swamiji's program which I attended. The Swamiji did a wonderful dance. Next day, Deccan Chronicle, I wrote a review. Letter to the editor. Such a program I attended. It was one of the best programs which I attended in my life. Which probably some 20 years back I wrote. So that's what when we write, you are making a gist of it. So what is making gist? Comprehension, which you have got in your exams. So if you can write comprehension, reading a paragraph, reading 6-7 paragraphs, write one paragraph is comprehension. If you are good in that, you will get a job tomorrow. That's what you are supposed to do. When you become a civil service IAS officer, you have got big files. How many files? 100 files. And what is that you have to submit to the minister? One small paragraph. The gist of this is this. Approve, please. And he will put a signature. Put not beside this and then say no approval. So how do you do this? You have to study all these and then make small paragraph. So who is the best person? Who can read a lot, who can watch a movie of 2.5 hours, but then write 1-2 paragraphs. Now how easily I made a review about Pink. Got it? That's what you should do. What is that? I love something. How good gender knowledge. Ask some chemistry questions.
No to my baby. No. They will run away from here again. We need to keep guard.
So this review writing is what has helped me in writing my SOPs.
Nowadays, teenagers have many distractions. So how to get rid of that? No, not me exactly. I'm general teenagers.
Exactly.
Invest time on learning. That's what I would say. Before meeting him, I never entered into my kitchen. So after meeting him, I started, first time I made a tea and gave my mother. She was very happy that I not only entered into the kitchen, but I also made good tea and served her. And then I learned cooking from him. I think whatever I know, all that I have learned from him. Because my parents had never forced me to do anything or when I go home, my mother actually gives me a glass of water and that's how I'm treated at home. So I have never went into my kitchen.
As you know, your inspirational sir, he teaches us lots of great things. Do you have any interest in teaching our students, our next generation or something like that? Teaching.
That you should take. He told you, right? Thanks to Telangana once. So every Saturday, Sunday, and every holiday, on every holiday, I went to his home along with other students. So we were there since morning 9 till evening since 6 with him. So there were students from different branches there were some from mechanical, some from electronics, electrical, and from computer science, some from aeronautical and all those. So I remember one of the electrical students asked him what is phase, neutral and all that. And he said, have you opened your switchboard anytime? She said, no, my parents will never allow. And he immediately, gave her a screwdriver and he said, come on, open it. So that's how he teaches. So his teaching is entirely at a different level. So the studying for it. Instead, you follow your passion. Like, you know, I have taken computer science just because I was crazy about technology. So I never thought that I'll join Infosys or I'll join this company or some XYZ company. I was only passionate about technology that drove me to take computer science. Was that even MIT, like, it was by accident that I chose that particular subject in MIT. So it's called design thinking. And I worked, prior to joining MIT, I worked for Infosys. And during my tenure at Infosys, I was invited to a strategy meet wherein the company, Infosys company, was moving towards a new technology called design thinking. So it was a design thinking training for which I was also chosen. During that training, people from Stanford, you might know Stanford, right? It is one of the best business schools in the world. So Stanford, MIT, Harvard, and all such people have come to Infosys Mysore campus. It's one of the biggest campus in India. So they have come there in order to train us. So I have attended the training. Everything was done. They taught us some tricks and they made us learn through activities. Everything was done and I enjoyed it. After that, I don't know head and tail of what is design thinking. So then I approached him, asking him, you know, I don't know what is design thinking, and I attended a training, I completed the training, I have a certificate, but I don't know what is design thinking. So that is when Harvard Business Review came with a topic called design thinking. So I thought, okay, at least I'll read this book and I'll understand. But even there I couldn't understand anything. So I brought that book to him and I went to him. That's where he, like anything you ask him, he will actually simplify it in such a way that you know, you'll be able to follow it. So that's how he simplified it. That's when I understood what exactly it is and how it actually designs the world, designs all these companies and directs these companies. So complete almost most of the companies, Coca-Cola or any big company, IBM, each and every company is moving towards that. So that's when I thought, okay, this is what it is. So when I understood it, then I saw that MIT is offering a course in design thinking. I thought, like, why not go for it? So that's when I gave my SOP, like saying why I want to, like, when you write an SOP to any of these universities, you have to mention why this course, why this university, what are your short-term goals, what are your long-term goals. So these teachings have actually motivated me to write my SOP perfectly. So I have, that's how I have chosen design thinking as my field in MIT. And so it was not like, you know, the entire world is moving towards that, so I'll get better job there. So that's not the aim. But then once I joined there, I was interested in data analysis, business analytics, information sciences and all that, and I have actually diversified my masters.
How many jobs you got in MIT? Offers?
MIT, I didn't count it.
No, but roughly?
Roughly, I think 25, 30, 40, I don't know. Because in US the best part is like the vice presidents and directors of the company will be behind you if they like you. They'll ask you to join their company. So currently, even still now, even yesterday I got a mail from different companies, like they are asking me to join them. So currently I'm with Johnson & Johnson.
How many other students would not have got job? 80%?
80% of my class don't have jobs yet. Because of the Trump fear.
Good morning, everyone. It's a question for sir. How were you inspired towards writing?
I believe the best method to learn is to write. I don't know, I had from my childhood. When I used to come back from my class, my mother used to work in the kitchen, so I used to go behind her and start teaching whatever I learned. And in my house I have got a lot of pillars. Each pillar was my student. Those days, student means somebody should get to be big, and the teacher is one should have a stick. And I love beating people.
I got most number of meetings.
So what I do is, I take a stick and ask question to the pillar will not answer, beat, and I will give the answer. Right? Then I used to have a board. The board is, whenever we get rain, the drizzling will will give a small dot shower on the place, right? There I used to write. That's nice to see, right? When you have a class, when you have got fumes around, that's where I used to write. I used to write. And when I became a graduate student, I remember soon after the teacher goes out of the class, the next teacher has to come. There is a small gap. During the time, I will go to the board and then explain what the previous teacher taught us. Just in 5 minutes, I will finish. So after every class, my students will tell, now your turn. So whatever 1 hour the teacher teaches, I make a gist of it and then teaches. So who are my first students? My own classmates. Who was my first student? My mother. My mother was my teacher, but more than that, my mother was my student. Those days we have only, I was in a Malayalam medium, so we know only Malayalam. English I started learning only after 7th class. We don't have English up to 7th grade, 6th grade only. So I remember even my 2nd class, the whole paragraph I used to by heart and then my. Now even in graduation what I did, or maybe whatever I learned in my Macbeth, Shakespeare's, the whole Macbeth was by heart for me those days. That's what I learned. I by heart and sit in the class. So how does the teacher feel? When they read and make a mistake, I'll say there is a mistake. I was not having book with me those days. I don't have to keep books because I by heart. That's what I do. So learn by heart. What do you do?
Learn by heart.
Learn by heart and then learn by heart. Got it? Very simple. Learn everything before the teacher teaches. For which you will have to make a note, right? How do you make a note? Now she was asking me some sloka which I chanted. Now she is writing down, right? Correct? Always I have got a diary with me in which what do I keep? I keep small notes. These are all slokas which I learned. Now she is writing sloka. Like that I must have written slokas from my gurus, and all these slokas are my time pass. Okay. Now I don't know, I was supposed to reach her at 9:15. Assume if I get some 10-15 minutes, what should I do? I should read. So what should I read today? Newspaper. So I carry newspaper. The first thing what I do in the morning is pick up the newspaper, put it in the bag, so that whenever I get free time, whenever I wait for somebody, what should I do? Read. So keep. And after reading, what do we do? Now we have a group called Equilibria group, in which what we first minimum requirement is read newspaper, only one news per day from the international page. So that you learn geography, you learn a lot of things. Make a gist, that could be 2 paragraphs. And that 2 paragraphs, if you can post, you know how to read a newspaper. Right? So writing a gist is very, very essential. Keep writing. When you can speak, there are a lot of people who can speak. But you have to be very good to write. When you write, things becomes very clear for you. So I keep writing a lot of quotes. A lot of quotations which I create. I re-look at old quotes of great people. And then rewrite it. Familiarity breeds. Yeah, that's a old, wrong, stupid statement. I don't like it. So what do I do? Familiarity, no, that's correct. What she said is the old quote, which is everybody accepts, but today's contest, familiarity breeds love. Correct or not? You work together, they keep loving, and then yes or no? You spend more time with somebody, do you have contempt to them? Or start loving them? Loving them. Earlier it was different. Earlier love at first sight. Now today nobody loves somebody at first sight. They will take bank balance, papa's earning. Correct or not? If somebody says, I love you, there is something wrong. You ask all your passwords, you should ask whether you know everything about me. Ask every detail. A good lover always will take your caste, your parents, where, when, how, all the details if they will collect, that means they genuinely love you. So traditionally what we had and traditionally what we have, there is a lot of difference. Okay.
What's your advice to young writers?
Young writers, you want to be a writer? First find out a publisher. Otherwise you will become bankrupt. Otherwise you should get some students like rich students who will sponsor your printing. I don't know, you must have, Monani is in contact with probably last few months and met only few times. How many books I must have distributed to people? And some people will take a book and leave it in the car and go also, because they are not paid for that.
I know.
Because you didn't pay, right? I distribute books just like that. Got it? You have money to print? Yes. Otherwise, the best method today is to publish in the All my books are available on my website. Download it and read. But one of the biggest problem in writing is you will not see the response. Why are you writing? Because you want somebody to appreciate it, right? Correct? Why do you give class? You want somebody to appreciate. That's a lifeline for us. If somebody says your class is good, yeah, we feel like going to some other place and speak. Why do we write? When we write a poetry, we want somebody to appreciate it. Not getting awards and all. That's all nominated. It's all give and take policy. Okay. Every Sahitya Academy award is you recommend my name, I recommend your name, and then let us give a party to them, and then so that all these are done like that. Including the best awards in India is also given like that. Right? Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan and all that, you have to have so many MPs to recommend, write your names. I have seen in Delhi when I was with the Prime Minister's, I have seen how people go and then beg for Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan. Got it? What is the trigger? One person should say that no, oh, this poetry is really good. I loved it. And somebody, I remember one of the greatest IAS person who was now working on revising the syllabus for civil service examination pattern. Only such great IAS people will get. He read my English poetry, and then after a few days he called me and said, you wasted my one day. I said, I gave you a book and then you are scolding me like this. Did you hear? No. I said, why? Ananda Bose, what's his name? I said, what happened, sir? No, I know that you have taken the myth of your poetry from some other poetry. And I remember reading that in Malayalam. Now you wrote it in English. So I wanted to find out which poetry you have copied. For which I searched all my periodicals which I have in my library. For last one full day, 24 hours I was on that. He is a very good reader, very good speaker. And after that, he found that it was my own Malayalam poetry which came published in a periodical. So he said, you wasted my own time. See, imagine, I could make a senior IAS person to waste one day on my poetry. And you want to know which is the poetry? Millions of sperm from my father get into my mother's egg, and only one sperm take birth, and that's me. Right? Millions of sperm from my father get into my mother's egg, and only one sperm take birth, and that's me. And how many sperm did not take birth? Millions. Who are they? My unborn brothers and sisters. Therefore, my birth is a race in which I am the winner. I fought for my life. How did you took birth? You fought for your birth. And who is the winner? You are the winner. Raise your hands, take it back, and then say, well done. Every day you must do this. Is it not a good poetry? That's why Three Idiots movie came. The myth was from my poetry. Because who made the cinema? Three Idiots. Hero. Amir Khan's professor was my close friend. So I gifted my book. Amir Khan professor gave an explanation of this in his class. From there he took that myth. Got it? So you have to write. You keep writing. Don't stop. Maybe somebody will say that it's stupid, don't write. There are a lot of people who said you don't know how to write. Don't write also, somebody said. Who are very close to me said you cannot write, don't write. But there will be somebody else who will tell you your writing is very good. Got it? So there will be critics. Somebody may tell you you are unfit to be a writer. That's also possible. But don't stop. Nothing stops you. You keep doing. There will be somebody else who will appreciate you at one point of time. Got it? There is a nice essay if you want to read. A doctor turns a novelist. Google it and then find it. Doctor turns a novelist. A doctor wanted to stop practice and start to become a writer. So he never wrote anything. So morning he started writing, thinking a lot of paper and pen will make him a writer. So what is it? He started writing, why am I writing? Why should I leave my job? I am getting a lot of money. Why should I become a writer? Will I become famous? All these also he started writing. Any thought which comes, write it. Okay? That's what is true.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your advice. Good afternoon. I got a question from sir.
Yeah, ask.
For the Didi, it was inspiration and role model was you. And I want to ask the question that who was a role model for you and inspiration?
I keep changing my role models. When I see Amitabh Bachchan, I want to be like Amitabh Bachchan. I see Shah Rukh Khan, I want to be like him. When I see Amir Khan, I want to be like him. Okay. When I see a great Vedic Pandit, I want to chant a mantra like him. I go behind him and say, teach me that. I did that. Okay. For you, probably your parents would have been the role model when you were 2 years old.
Yeah.
When you are 5 years old, your KG teacher will be your role model. At 10th class, you never want your teachers to be your role model.
Yeah, very true.
Correct? And that happens, keep changing. Nothing wrong in keep changing your role models. Right? Learn from all of them. When we meet somebody, a great professor, we feel like having him as your role model. But then he cannot be your role model because all the qualities which he has you will never get. But you can take some quality from somebody, take something else from somebody else. That's what you should do. When I meet Vivekananda, do I meet Vivekananda? Yeah, I meet Vivekananda through his writing. And he's my younger brother. Yes. Correct or not?
I know.
Shankara was my younger brother, Adi Shankaracharya. So how can I make Adi Shankaracharya and my younger brothers cannot be your role model, right? But when Vivekananda speaks, we feel like, yeah, I must be able to speak like him. When Chanakya, you want to be like him. So they are my role models. Chanakya is my role model. Vivekananda is my role model. At your age, 8th grade, not Bajpayee now. The previous Bajpayee was a great speaker. And I never heard somebody speaking in Hindi. I heard Bajpayee speaks very good in Hindi. I walked 25 kilometers to listen to his speech. Got it? Because of two things. He was not in power, he was in opposition. But he was a person who never spoke a single word against government. He became Prime Minister, he forgot that he was Prime Minister. He was still thinking that he was a opposition leader and Indira Gandhi was sitting there. He said, Bahumana Pradhana Mantri Ji. When he was Prime Minister, he was addressing opposition leader as got it? That was the respect he had. Got it? So I used to listen to him. Today you don't have to walk around to go around. So I listened to a lot of, when I was traveling from Malkajgiri to Bongir, every day I record the news. Fine? And that recorded news I will listen. One. While returning back, after all the news value is gone. Returning back, I will listen to Martin Luther. There are a lot of great speakers. Keep those recorded version in my mobile. 2 hours of travel is listening to. That's okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so listen to many people. job should be every day you go and tell your friends that ask any question, I will answer. Your mood must have gone, but there will be somebody else with a good mood of learning, right? Will they not ask some question? Can you say that I have no mood? Your prestige is gone. Your whole you are an ideal person. You ask me anything, I will answer. Keep telling everybody like that. They will ask a lot of questions. And don't have to answer that time. You say that tomorrow I will answer. Wait. Got it? So ask, see how can I keep idle? Because there will be a lot of WhatsApp messages. More than 1,000 WhatsApp messages per day. How do I keep idle? Possible or not? I can't do that, right? So that's how you should make your social life much more faster, better, more connected. Then you can never stop. A socially active person can never become idle in life. And don't have to have a big crowd. Make your own good crowd. Assume you have a habit of helping your parents at home. One day morning, can you stop? You can't. So keep not just learning. After every 5 minutes, take rest after 20 minutes of learning. That 5 minutes help at home. And then enjoy with them. You have a sister, brother, kick him. 5 minutes fun. After that, tell us, now let us learn. After 20 minutes, we will come back, return kick. Isn't that becoming interesting in your life? Correct? So that spirit will keep you. Have 5 minutes of fun, 20 minutes of serious learning. Got it? No parents will object you for using WhatsApp. They will tell you go and watch the movie, go for cinema. They will tell you when. You become a serious student, all the time you start learning, your parents will just stop learning. They will do that. I remember my son, I never asked him to study, I only asked him to stop studies and go and sleep. Stop studies, go for a movie. Because I never had to tell him study. Because he always studies. It's boring to see somebody studying throughout life. Correct? So what you should do? Tell them stop, watch the movie for some time. Come, let us play. And kick him sometime. That's what you should do.
Sir, even my old man is changed from APJ Abdul Kalam to you.
Hey, don't.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Many people say that nothing is impossible. Did you face in your life that anything is impossible?
Yeah, there are a lot of things which are not possible. When I was in Delhi, working with the Prime Minister's office, many times I drive around a big house. I wanted to own that house. Really, I had dream. I want to buy this house. No, that was Parliament house. You go to Nizam's museum, there will be a lot of items displayed there. And you think that I want to have that ornament on me. Possible or what? Yeah, you can take for some picture, they will, I do have such dreams of that. So I will also take such pictures. You have seen that picture of mine, right? Yeah. I will Raja style, no? Yeah. Take some picture, that's fine. But I cannot wear that and then come around like this. No? There is a limit. I will tell you, you can watch a movie. Who is that? Who is the latest heroine? Kanishka got married recently. Now you can also. Anushka. Now you find Anushka, Kanushka, or maybe some.
You changed the name.
Yeah, Aishwarya, or that's all gone. Old ladies now. Anyway, you are watching movie. You want to marry her and watch the movie. You will get heart attack before the end of the movie because the hero will be touching her. Your heart will start. That's all now. So your desire should be controlled. What should have? Controlled desire. Fine? Your pocket is only having less money, but you can always do you know what is a fun shopping? Window shopping? Window shopping is different, fun shopping is different. Window shopping you will buy things, but you can go to Anutex. Those days in Anutex I used to do Malkajgiri. You can buy from third floor, you select that, select this, select everything, and then you go walk down. The items will go to the counter, buyer is not there. Correct. You get the satisfaction of buying things. You have a limit. You must know that that's only a heroine. You cannot marry. You can only enjoy seeing her marrying somebody else. Okay? So keep that. That should be there with you. Don't dream beyond your limits. Limit your dreams. Okay? That's very, very essential. And gradually step. If you want, gradually step. If you want to be a billionaire, be with a millionaire. Minimum. Start growing from. That's what it is. Yeah, there are two hands there. Congressman.
Good morning, sir. I have a question that elders will say that if we by heart, we can't remember it for many days. Like if we read it today, we can't remember it for tomorrow. How we have to learn?
That's why I said don't learn by heart. Learn by heart. And don't give your heart to anybody.
Thank you.
Okay? If you give your heart, finished. You cannot learn anything in your life. I have another poetry, open heart surgery. When I get a heart attack, doctor says I am going to open your heart. I said, don't open my heart because there are a lot of secrets inside. Doctor will see the secrets, right?
Hello, sir. Can you define what is knowledge in your words?
Knowledge is what you gain through your intelligence. And intelligence is the infinite capacity to make others take pain. Knowledge is what creates troubles to others. You are less knowledgeable, you are more happier. You understood? Anyway, I did not understand. Knowledge is, you have knowledge about how much seeds are available in a, you have knowledge about the heart functioning. You have knowledge about some disease, you will become more unhappy person. It's always said you have more knowledge, you become more unhappy. Got it? You have BA in history, you will know I know history. When you become MA in history, you will know I know very less in history. When you take a PhD in history, you will know I know nothing in history. So learning more and more about less and less is what is knowledge. What is knowledge? Learning more and more about less and less is what is knowledge. You have a Google map, you have India. Do you know India? Now you know India map, you say, oh, this is India. You know India, right? Do you know India? You zoom inside, you will see. Where do you zoom inside? Hyderabad. Where is Hyderabad? Hyderabad is Telangana. The other day I was telling Hyderabad is in Rangareddy because Rangareddy district is around and Hyderabad is inside that. Correct? Rangareddy Kadapulu Bhagyanagaramu. Correct or not? What does it mean? You may not know who has written this poem. A great poet of Telugu Desha. DrTPS. Rangareddy Kadapulu Bhagyanagaram, right? So when you know, I know India, I know Hyderabad, you must know all this geography. But do you know really what is Hyderabad? You must know the history of Hyderabad. What is history of Hyderabad? Nizam was there. And how did Nizam give Hyderabad to India? It was his. He said, no, I will go to Pakistan. No, Hyderabad will go to Pakistan. He said, I am not going to give India, Hyderabad to India. This Hyderabad will never become part of India. It will become part of Pakistan. Imagine in the whole India, the center of India we have Hyderabad and that becomes Pakistan. Like two Pakistan was there that time. One was Bangladesh, another real Pakistan, and in the center of India, Nizam wanted one Pakistan. And there was some great leader who came there, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and then he said, but it. Got it? Somebody has to have this knowledge about Hyderabad Then when you come to Hyderabad, you will know this is Hyderabad. Got it? So whenever you learn, there will be a lot of things to learn about Hyderabad. Every bit of information is never ending. So what is knowledge? When you gain, you want more and more, you will never say, I don't want. Food is what? When somebody gives you food, at some point of time you will say, enough. No, a little more? No. Nobody can have food more than what they can have. Knowledge is unending. Okay, good question, madam. Love you. Come here. One gift for you. Yeah. This is again written by Anusha. The previous book also was written by Anusha. But the method of teaching what I taught her is what is recorded here. Right? Finished? Yeah.
Sir, good morning, sir. Is there any difficulties for you in your life?
Everybody has difficulties, right?
And how did you solve this?
I told you, no? When we have difficulty, we say, I am in a problem. What do you say? I am in a problem. Is there any problem bigger than you? So that English is wrong English. How do you correct it? The problem is in me. Change your I am in a problem to problem is in me. That's it. Problem is all. When problem is in you, what you should do? Drink a lot of water. Go to washroom. Flush it. No problem. What do you say? No problem. Resolve your problems. Okay? Some problems are only temporary. We have a great leader from Hyderabad who ruled India as Prime Minister. Who is that? He is a man of solutions to all problems. You know what he said? His brother came saying that I have a girlfriend, I want to marry her. He said, wait. Both of them died. You understood? Wait is the solution for most of the problems. What happened to both of them? They all became senior, died. The solution was not given. His brother wanted to marry somebody. He went and told her, I want to marry this girl. He said, wait. How long? Wait, yeah. Whenever he comes, only one answer, wait. Got it? So most of the problems will get resolved when you wait. Somebody fails in an exam. You want to cry? Yes, but wait. Instead of crying today, you cry tomorrow. Will you be able to cry tomorrow for yesterday's problem? You have stomach problem, you want to cry. Wait. Cry after some time. Good solution, no? So what is the solution for problems? Which your writing script. Easily you can change your handwriting better. If your handwriting is your problem, you can change it very simple, not a good. Very simple. You are talking about Telugu writing or English? Yeah. English handwriting can be improved. Draw lines like this. You know this, right? And this becomes A, this becomes B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Simple. Change your handwriting. These are all bogus old mechanism. If somebody writes, assume that your margin. Casually when somebody does it, somebody can catch you. But if you are trained for that, it is very simple. We have got students who are coming who are systematic, non-systematic, not good handwriting. All change it in few days. It will not. You can change it, that's what I'm saying. Everything decides your future, but you can change it all the time. There was a student who took botany, they have to write record. The teacher said your handwriting is bad, you cannot study botany, you have to get out of the class. And she was thrown out. She was supposed to join some other program. That's the time when I gave a lecture like this. She came crying, said that no, my handwriting is bad. I said come home. I showed my brother's handwriting is very good. I gave an example of my brother's handwriting. He will not write G also like this. He will write G like a printer. Like A you wrote, no? He will write G also like this only. And so fast he writes, so casually, but the handwriting is beautiful like a print. There are a lot of students who came, took Xerox of that notebook and then went. 30-40 years back he was teaching in a college. He is now 17. He is my guardian. I lost my father when I was 4 years old. So my brother is my guardian. He comes for every program, every camp he will spend at least 1 or 2 days. What I do is, his book is there in my, generally ornaments you keep in the cupboard chest, right? I have only one book, that's my brother's notebook. Yeah, that's so precious, the handwriting is so beautiful. That's what inspired me to change my handwriting. My handwriting was not good, my English was not good, my brother's English and handwriting are very good. Because he had the fortune of having Britishers as his teachers. He educated in a college where his botany teacher, English teacher were all Britishers. Now today we learn typewriting and computer. He learned fax, the telex machine. Telegraph machine. So those days sending message was telegraph. So he learned how to send the telegraphs. Now today telegraph is not seen. So that's the graph what he studied. Yeah. I think I'll take you home with all the questions. Yeah.
Your brother inspired you in the writing.
Not brother, my father.
Your father. No, your brother inspired you for the writing.
Yeah.
Like, how was your relation with your brother? If you have to be famous, you have to have good relations. You have to be socially good. So how was your relation with your brother?
My brother, he says I am so lucky I have got a younger brother like you. Once upon a time he said he is the worst person in the world about me. But he changed. He loves me so much. For all his problems, he will only dial me and say that I have this problem. So I solve his problem. Right? Yeah.
How many reviews have you written?
No idea. I must keep writing. I keep writing most of the things what happens. My brother also writes nice diary. So I also have the habit of writing diary. Diary is a review of everyday activity. So I have reviews of maybe everyday activity which I do when I travel. Most of the time when I travel, the travelogue becomes a poetry. So that's a review.
Which one is your favorite?
My favorite is white notebook. An unruled white notebook is what I love. But I can write whatever I want, right?
Why it is?
Because I can write, no, I can draw. Anything which I want, I can do that.
Sir, from you we learned that we should improve better and better. And with whom personality did you become great personality? Like from whom model did you learn that you want to become?
Already that was answered, but I had the fortune of meeting Yashpal, who was a UGC, Professor Yashpal. I sat in his class, Gavarikar's class I sat, Navlikar's class I sat, great astronomer of the world, great physics people of this country, great mathematicians. My first MSc class during masters, first class from Professor Kannan, who is from Hyderabad Central University, who came to Cochin to teach us 1 full week. Morning till evening maths class. One professor for 1 week. Can you tolerate such people? But I enjoyed. That's what I started loving mathematics. My professor was Professor Kannan. So my Hyderabad person, professor came, stayed in our university to teach us whatever we learned during your schools and colleges are all wrong. You have to forget everything and start at fresh learning. That's what he taught us. So we had great professors. I was fortunate to be in such university, fortunate to be with a very, very dynamic and dynamic process. Not dynamic, dynamic process. They get angry very fast. They burst out. So we are scared. So we will become perfection. Correct? When we have somebody to scold, then we become very perfect. It's okay.
Hello, sir. I want to ask that you like writing reviews about films. So we would like to hear a short review about your journey with Anusha ma'am.
About my student, there is a poetry written. It's going to come in the rhythm of life. About her also I wrote a poetry. It's there. The book is going to come. I have a press copy. It is not at released. So I am showing first time to outsiders. Okay? So this picture is taken by my son from Mumbai, Chapati Beach. And there are a lot of poetries inside this. One of the poem is exactly our dialogue and discussions. So most of the poems are written because she asked me to write something. That's what I did. And when I travel Europe, I write a poem about it. Because when you learn a lot of poetry in English, you will hear names of poets who are all from Scotland, Ireland, England, right? So I wrote, when I studied in my classroom, I heard these names, but I never thought I can visit their houses. So I went and sat in somebody's house there. One of the poets who wrote this poetry. So it's a great event, meeting them, right? And then in LKG, I never learned. We never had a LKG, UKG. We were promoted straight to first class, grade 1. But I know when I was teaching my son, London Bridge was falling down. Even today it is falling down. It never fell down. So my question is, why is it not falling down? Every day it is falling down. So I want to ask a question, near London Bridge, why this poetry is written? Nobody is allowed to sit below the London Bridge. You can only see, because it may fall down any day. It was forbidden for somebody to go there. Therefore, if you should not go somewhere, what people will say? It's going to fall down, right? That's how the poetry came. Got it? So a lot of things to learn. When you go some places, learn about London Bridge before going to London. I went to Kailas, before that I learned about the Kailas. So before going to Kailas, you learn about it, then go, you can write a better review. So after coming back, I wrote a book on my Kailas Yatra. That's what is to be done. So that's how reviews are written. Yeah.
Sir, did you ever learn about yourself?
Every day I look at myself on my mirror and see my hair cutting. For 30 years I never went to a barber. I cut my hair. I make up myself. I don't think I have gone to a beauty shop. But I have got a cream which make a mask and then remove it so that black marks are gone. I do my own makeup. Right? I selected, most of my dress is selected by somebody. I don't know who gifted this. This is gifted by somebody. This is gifted by my son. This is gifted by my nephew. This is gifted by her. So this is also my nephew. So somebody gets this, but at least I will see which one goes along with what. My dressing patterns are good, right? We look at ourselves in the mirror, right? Every day. So we review ourselves. Physically, emotionally we review. There are many aspects. One is physical. We must look ourselves good. No, looking good is not enough. Feeling good is enough. Correct or not? So what is the next review? Feel. Am I feeling okay? I am feeling good. Yeah, your look also will give you some feel. Assume your dress is not very good. Somewhere some stitch is gone. Then what do? You will not feel good, right? So looking good, feeling good. Physical, emotional. Then, okay, feeling good, looking good is good. But every word which comes has got all mistakes. That shouldn't happen. So what should I do? Brain should be good. Intelligence should be good. So one is physical. Second is emotional. Third one is intelligence. She did a thorough study and then said 22nd February I came here. I also did it. But I lost the chance, she overpowered me. Otherwise, I wanted to tell that 20 seconds before I came. Right? So intelligently we do this. We keep thinking, recollecting, memorizing. All that is done, right? Now today I don't prepare for any of my classes. But earlier I used to prepare. Write note, put in diary, write step by step. And if I don't look, I will not be able to say that's a podium will be demanding because I can keep my paper there. So we do a lot of intelligent work before presenting ourselves. So physical, emotional, intelligent, then social. What is social? I can speak like this without looking at anybody. There are some teachers, you look at Hyderabad, Ramakrishna, there was a teacher who was talking about the importance of body language in a public speaking. And she speaks like this. The importance of body language in public speaking is. Got it? So you should have, the social life is, when you speak, you must appreciate others. How are they looking at you? Look at the person, look at their eyes, understand whether they are with you or not. That's being social as a teacher. Social as a politician is entirely different. So you need to be socially active. So how do you evaluate you? How others are accepting me? That's a social evaluation. So physical, emotional, intellectual, social and spiritual. What is spiritual? I want, I don't want. I told you the coffee business, right? That's what. So I know that what I want, I don't want. What is required, what is not required. If it is there, fine. If it is not there, fine. Okay? Because I am a meditation master from Himalayas. I am a meditation master, Himalayan tradition. So we learn a lot of things in the spiritual field of life. This is how you should control your emotion. Okay? So that's what is evaluation.
I have a question, sir.
Anu Sharma.
Without mic, louder.
So you like to know about music, right?
Pardon me?
Come here. Come forward. Asha.
So you like to know about music, right? Why do you want to know about music? You want to suggest yourself or suggest others?
That's my learning.
I want the exact answer.
I want to learn new things because
That makes you happy.
Yeah, that makes me happy, and that's what is learning, right? Learning is something which you learn new. And what is the threat at present for the psychologist age? What is the threat at present for the psychologist age? I didn't get your question. Yeah, what is the danger for present adolescent age? Threat for adolescent age. I don't see any threat actually, because it's all in your thinking. The way you think, you are. So it's all your thinking.
Sir, are you not saturate addressing all these gatherings? Like again.
You mean, am I getting bored?
Saturation, what is meant?
Yeah, but I'll tell you.
Not just today, almost
Yeah.
every time.
See, I must have gone to thousands of schools, maybe more than 300 professional colleges. Must have taught more than 5 lakhs teachers, 8 lakh students like you. But sometimes there will be a different question, different face, different culture. Each one makes different. Okay? When we go to Northeast, there are children who will come and touch me like this. Sir, I want to touch you once. Then why? I want to go home and say that I touched the Indian space scientist. For them, we are an Indian space scientist because they feel they are not part of India. At least here, if you want 100 scientists, you can call here. Because NRSA we have, DRDO we have, DRDL we have. There are a lot of plenty of scientists which are, most of them are idle, no job, useless. But getting one scientist in Northeast is very difficult. I go to such extent and then speak to children like this for 7 days workshop in the schools. 1,000 children. Each time when I go, I decide that all this travel to Northeast is horrible business. Sometimes when we travel via Delhi, the flight delayed, 2 days it takes, 3 days it takes, and with no connection, no electricity in such places, so we have to live in such condition. Chill, really horrible climate. Every time I think I will not come back. But next time when somebody calls, please come for a session, immediately I will say yes. Because we can't stop. Why are you eating? Yeah, you have to survive and you can't stop eating. Why are you breathing? Yeah. Why am I taking class? Because I cannot survive without taking class. When somebody does mistakes in our camp and all, I get angry, I shout at them. Immediately ask a doubt, finished. I will coolly answer that. Because soothing is questions for me. Okay. I love, I enjoy. I am being in that is my life. Yeah.
How do you release your stress?
You have seen Munna by MBBS? See, when you have high emotions, ups and downs, why poetry? That's the best stuff, please. Okay. What is poetry? It is a spontaneous overflow of emotions of people. Okay. You have stress. Stress is really good. When you drive, reaching here at 10:30 is stress. What do you do now? We come. That's it. Then we keep saying that this is what I can do. More than this, I cannot do it. So inform the person that I am coming at 11 o'clock, so that I have sufficient cushion. That time also I know I will reach maybe 17 minutes late. But 17 minutes late I don't want. I said I don't want to go 17 minutes late, I want to go 30 minutes early. Therefore I will tell I will reach only at 11 o'clock. You understood what I am saying? Change your expectation, change your thinking, so that you will be at home. Drink a lot of water, that's the best thing. I keep drinking a lot of water. Don't think that the world is only your closest friend, your closest enemy. Lot of people are there around. Expand your world. Okay, somebody says that, oh, my friend is not talking to me. You know, I have a guru called Nitya Chaitanya Yati. Sit down. One boy went and told that I had a love affair and I failed and she divorced me. She is not talking to me. I am so desperate. Immediately Guru asked a question. You are so desperate that you don't get another one? You understood? Simple question, no? You have to be desperate when you don't have anybody else in this world. If not in this school, somebody else. If not this place, somewhere else. Once I miss a bus, I've got a great philosophy in life. Once I miss a bus, I get lot of buses. Correct? Once I get into a bus, I miss lot of buses. Which is good. Correct? Once I miss a bus, I get lot of buses. So that should be the philosophy. If I miss a chance, don't worry. Enjoy life. Yeah, there is somebody there. The lastest. Come here, black man. Black cat. So you have black cat also. Fine. Good.
So you said for problems, the solution is to wait. And to wait, we need to have patience. And if someone is not having patience, what to do at that moment?
You have Nimbukai, Amla. Who has no patience, your father or mother?
No. If someone is getting too eager to
Yeah. your father or mother is scolding you. You ask him, wait. What is his age? 34. Okay. You tell him that about 30, 35 and all that there are lots of chances to have high BP. So you need to take care of your health. Better to drink water. You scold me, I get angry. I will also drink water. Let us drink water. After that we scold. Fine? Then still you want to scold, ask him to sit there, sleep on his lap and say, when I was 2 years old, how I was. Then he will tell you, better you are very sweet, you are bulky, fat like this, now you become lean, don't study too much, go and sleep. He will forget what for he started scolding. That's a feeling.
So can you share a little memory from your childhood?
Childhood was not like yours. I had a very bad childhood. I'm what's your age now?
I just 12.
Fifth grade. Eighth, I was in a school, very special school, where 27 children were selected after writing an entrance exam, and I happened to be one of the buffalo who got admission in that school, and I never left my rank. It was always 27. End of the academic year, the principal was a earlier DEO, AEO, very senior people became principal there because that is a very special school. He called me, I gave a cover and I opened, I saw transfer certificate. I was thrown out of it. That is because I had a Malayalam teacher who used to scold me all the time. When we were in a mountain, the school was on the top of a hill and then we were. In the interval time, I changed my gear to third gear. I will run like this. You also run, right? Yeah. I run only when my teacher comes there and hit him. We have 3 rounds and then I go. By mistake it happened. I did all these mistakes to my teachers. I had a geography teacher who used to lean on the bench and then I was very short. So I was sitting in the front. All the time I see belly only. And I got bored with this belly. All the geography was that only. And then next class what I did was, I took my VO, we used to have ink pen. So I took the ink and then put it there. So the teacher came there and then did it. After that, I was now blown. So I teach in my classroom for teachers, don't do this. There will be students like me in the class. Right? I did a lot of such mischief in my classrooms. Okay? I have a lot of memory. Nice memories on my teaching, right? But don't do this now. You have trouble. Those days it was possible because once you are thrown out of a school, you can get admission in another school. Guaranteed, my school is there remaining, right? So that was, my headmaster happens to be my own relative. Fine? So when I do mistake, he calls me. So whenever he calls, I will go and sit on his lap. What he will do? He will say, come here. Yeah, I came. No. Well, I came very close to you. So when he calls, generally what will happen, principal is calling. So when principal calls, what do? I go and sit on his lap. I came, no. I came very close to you. Because all of them love me. I am from a small village. Don't do this in your principal's lap. Finished. Okay. So I am from a small village. The whole village is ours. We are the king, the landlord. So everybody knows us. We can do any mischief. Nothing wrong. There was a route bus which was traveling to some 20 kilometers away was my 8th grade school. So I will start from my home. The bus will wait for me. Unless I get into the bus will not go. That was the time. I had a lavish life. I started driving when I was in 7th grade. Jeep driving. We have no car those days. I never owned a car up to my 10th grade. Only the doctor who used to visit our village used to have a car. The old Fiat. That's it. That was the only car which I had. Lot of fun. Life was very fun. Okay? Good enough? What's the time now? 1:52? Good enough or you want to continue? But for me, no problem. She has to go tomorrow to Godavari. You are going tomorrow. Your parents are coming. For me, forget. Yeah, whatever you read, you forget sometimes. That's what you said. Whatever learning lessons which you have, you are forgetting that. What to do? Read to teach somebody else. Whatever you read today, tomorrow you decide you are going to teach somebody. Come.
Sir, what's your experience to What's your experience? Can you share your experience?
It's a good experience for a lot of good people.
How do you feel?
It's good, one of the best schools. Otherwise, when second time they call, do you think I will come? Eh? And last time when I came, we got a nice lunch, right? We went for, today we are driving, which was that place?
Oh, we went to the business.
Eh? Yeah. So we get a nice reception. Yeah.
When we read lesson, so we'll forward some lesson. So what, how we can remember?
Whatever you are reading, make a note. Two things are required. When you read one paragraph, write one sentence. Okay? Every paragraph contains one message for you. There is no paragraphs in your textbook without a message. Write down, understand what is that the paragraph meant for. Write it in one sentence. Tomorrow, tell that sentence to somebody. If you tell this to one or two people, you will never forget. What is to be done? Whatever you learn, write it in a note. That's called the making note. And then, after 1 or 2 days, expand that one sentence into one bigger paragraph. Make a note about it. Taking note, making note. Two things have to be done. What is to be done?
Taking the note and
Making note. Third one, teach somebody.
teach them.
Whenever you learn, teach somebody else. Then you will improve. You will never forget those lessons. Yeah. You are a big clap. Yeah?
Should we do smart work or hard work?
Come here. Get your two smart friends. Yeah. 3 girls. Let us see. Girls are smarter or boys are smarter. 3 smart girls. Come here.
Sir, not me, sir.
Come fast. Yeah, you told me. Yeah, somebody else. Come. 3 of you. Somebody else. Yeah. Call some boy, yeah, definitely. If he feels that he is a boy, call him. Looks like a boy, don't. Hold your hands. Make a round. Make a round. Hold your hands. Hold your hands. Make a round. Now leave your hands. Hold. From this position, come back to the earlier style without leaving hands. Now, continue. Add one more girl here. Continue. Try. Once you solve, I will give you one more boy. Yeah, get one more boy. Go. Yeah, do the same thing. Cross.
Sir, but in the camp, the boys were able to do that fast.
Continue. Try. No. Inside. The same thing happened in Arunachal Pradesh when my students were doing. I said inside. All of them, they said 1, 2, 3, jump ulta. That's also happened. That is more smarter. See, 3 people have buddhi. 1 wrong fellow comes finished. Do it fast.
Don't leave your hands aside. Done? Done? Simply turn. Yes. Done? Now. Come. Hold. Only you. Thank you. Nobody else. Now go. You go there. Come. Come down. Don't leave. So, how did we solve this problem?
How did we solve this problem? Smart. Got it? There is a trick. Once you know the trick, you can do it. If you don't know the trick, you will do hard work. That's it. That's it. So for every problem, there is a trick. If you know the trick, it becomes simple. Good. Right.
Having knowledge is not much important, but sharing that knowledge is much important. What do you just
Whatever data which you see, when you interpret, when you analyze, when you infer, and when you criticize, when you judge, you compare, that becomes information to you. That information, when you make it yours, it becomes knowledge. In that knowledge, when you add your wise, wisdom, value, the societal knowledge, that becomes savidya. Good vidya, good knowledge. When you share it, it becomes experience. So life is experience, but not knowledge. Knowledge is useless when you don't add values and wisdom. When you add values and wisdom, keep it yourself is also useless. Use it in many situations and many places. Got it? Many people know how to do this, but use it at the right question at the right time is what is your wisdom. Correct? And that wisdom you have, you share it to many people. That becomes your experience. So experience is what is ultimate.
Sir, you said that girls represent the color pink. So why boys represent the color blue?
What is blue? Red, blue, green. That's the middle. They always jump to this side or that side. Don't trust them. They have, all girls have good edge. The good edge is the heart. All boys think they have good edge. That is the good head. Think that they have. Got it? And that is why they are built. They have to be like this. Because that is what is becoming a gentleman. They always become gentlemen. They know how to behave. They will not show anger where they have to. Who is having more freedom, girls or boys? Girls have more freedom. When my mother died, my sister could cry. Nobody went and asked, why are you crying? When I cried, somebody came and asked me, why are you crying? You are. So what is the freedom which you require in your life? To show emotions. Correct? When I smile at some girl, somebody will come and catch me. Why did you smile? When a girl smiles at me, no problem. Nobody will ask why that girl. Have you seen this? There are a lot of YouTubers throughout the world shows that girls have more freedom. Got it? In a bus, a girl can come and hit a boy, nothing happens. But a boy hits a girl, finished. He will be manhandled by everybody, including boys and girls. This is your world, not our world. Got it? So girls have more freedom. Girls have more color. You have a color spectrum in which 17 different varieties of spectrum can be seen by normal human being. Girls can see 21, boys can see 50. The color discrimination capacity is less for boys. You show one white paper, another whitest paper, another whitest paper, which is slightly different. All these look same for boys. But girls will say, no, this is white, this is not that white, this is less white. It's a science, I am not joking. Color discrimination, 17 gray levels can be described as detectable for human beings. Generally, girls have a capacity more than 20, boys have less than 50. Okay, so that's why they will say your shirt color is not good. The other day, when the picture was taken, there was a small shadow here on one of my kurta. Immediately I got a message saying your kurta has got some dull color there. I said I cannot help it because the light is giving a shadow on my kurta. No? I never saw. When I zoomed in, there is some small color change. People look at it. I will tell you, no boys will tell you this, only girls will tell you this. Correct? That's it, they observe. They keep observing. Good enough?
Sir, last and final wish. Can I shake hands?
Should I do what I do with the Northeast people here? No, when they come and touch me, I satisfy them. Do you want that? No? You are no girls, then nothing else. Any girls who want that? Hey? I never called, she came.
Vidyanti is a good singer, sir.
You are a good singer. What song you like? Sure? Eh? I do what I do used to. Now you can sing a song. Shivering is good, no? Good vibration. Yeah, that's enough. One line is see, only she can sing, I cannot sing that, no? See the freedom? So what is correct now? Say what? Yeah. ఆగలేస్తున్నమ్మా ఆగలేస్తున్నమ్మా. This is my parody on Telugu song. Good. Fine?
Thank you so much, sir. I know. Our children must be very happy. We have with us Mr. Ramaswamy. He will sit long. Sir, please come and